Just a final thing before concluding on series. How do I get my theory? Where should I find that? Where should I get the concepts related to my concept of interest? I would like to emphasize three ways of doing that. The most straightforward way is the literature. I have shown you how Web of Science works and how to find highly cited articles on your main concept. This presupposes that the initial operation has been done, the initial operation of conceptualization, that is, that you have linked the case of interest to a particular conceptual frame, or of course that you start from a conceptual constraint. Anyway, if you can have a keyword like Europeanization, like lobbying, like influence, like trust, co-production, etc., you can go to Web of Science, do a search into the fields of public administration and or political science, so the articles by highly cited ones, and try to see when people talk of Europeanization, what other things are they talking about, and then you get it, right? You have the concept, the theoretical framework for your thesis. If you go a bit beyond that, you will always see orthodox and unorthodox perspectives on your concept. This is related to Abbott's dichotomies. Frequently, you will have on everything a realist and a constructivist account. The orthodox articles will monopolize the first places of the ranking of Web of Science, and then, pretty early in the list, you will have alternative perspectives on that. You have two possibilities. Either you select and you say, I go for this orthodox view, or unorthodox view, I will work into this line of research, or you can try to be integrative. But be careful with that, because most of the time, different perspectives on a given concept relate to different assumptions that are not always reconcilable. Most of the time, they are quite incommensurate. So I would rather go for the selective, that is, generally would go for the orthodox view on your topic, as it is given by the first ranked articles. Brainstorming is also a useful way of generating a theory. Suppose you have your concept of trust, and you can wonder for yourself, if I study trust, what do I think is important from my own experience, from my own ideas? When I study Europeanization, what do I think I should focus on? You can also discuss with peers about that, or go to newspapers. The fact is that what you need at this stage is associations of concepts, linkages between concepts, right? So you should never forget your own impression, and you should always be critical vis-à-vis the literature. A last way of generating a conceptual, a theoretical framework, and which is in my view underexploited in most map theses, is the exploratory interview. So an interview is when you come and meet a professional of your topic. Exploratory interview is particular in the sense that you don't exactly know when you are performing this interview what you are looking for. You know you are busy with a particular directive. You know your case. I mean, you know you are going to focus on a given project, on a given directive, whatever. But you actually still don't know how to analyze it. What would make sense? What would be most interesting? And to get insight into it, you go to a long-time observer of your case, someone who has experience with that, but generally a civil servant or an expert, but not someone with which has too much political stakes in that, right? It's more someone from the second line. And you should have a free talk with this person, time these people will usher their frustrations because most things don't happen perfectly in social reality, and every people develop own analysis about the reasons. Therefore, at the end of the day, what you need are reasons, right? Causes of um, causes of your main concept of interest. And through such an exploratory interview, you will see the person can generate a lot of insight. He would say, for instance, it was not a question of budget, it was a question that the manager was not supportive of that. He would point at differing interests. He would direct your attention to particular avenues of explanation. So I really advise you, as soon as you know what your case is about, or even your broad field of interest, try to identify people who could inform your theoretical perspectives. This could be a strong alliance for you in your research, and also this person can bring you in touch with other people to interview. So to my tip for you would be to combine these three methods as far as possible. You should never forget your own ideas, preferences, and preferred modes of explanation of social life. We are all different, right? There are people emphasizing individual will, there are people emphasizing social structures. All of us have some preferences in that respect, or in other respects, for sure. You should be aware of that, and you should use that to critically analyze literature. When you have an idea, when you say, yeah, effectiveness may be related to budget, if this is your idea, you should support it by the literature at least. Looking for people having already tried this idea. Finally, you should always confront yourself and your view with the empirical field, and this as early as possible in the process. Too often, researchers develop in their office a theoretical framework which makes sense in relation to the literature, and then they come to the field and come people saying, yeah, but what are you talking about? This has absolutely nothing to do with that. Actually, you should focus on this and that. Well, that's what an exploratory interview can deliver. So why not doing it as soon as possible? Try. People are not so difficult. They like to talk about their experiences. And never forget, for interviews, if you do that in July or Augustus, everyone will be in holidays and you don't have any interview. So you are now in September, October. It's time to start with. Thanks for watching.